Hey guys, coming out to you today. Don't make very many YouTube videos, but it's fine. I don't see why guys record their big fat heads while recording a video. It doesn't make any sense to me, but let's get down to the real trucking truth. The unfortunate events is truck drivers are needed to do this job. But we're not treated as truck drivers, we're treated as animals. In fact, animals are actually treated better than us. Especially now that Corona has come out, we're literally told to go basically piss in the parking lot. They don't have bathrooms for us anymore. They don't have access to where, any facilities. And truck companies they used to care for drivers once upon a time. They haven't really cared about drivers in years. Drivers are, if you want to disagree or agree, that's fine. But look at the statistics. Drivers are the most disposable person in the trucking community. Every Monday morning you see drivers out here in orientation at truck companies. Prime right there, for example. Prime literally has people that leases their trucks. They'll lease the truck and pay $130,000 for the truck. And the truck costs $160 new, but they'll lease it for $130,000. Do all the maintenance on it, pay for the reefer fuel, pay for all the shit on the truck, and then they give the truck back. They literally give it back to them. Anyway, back on topic. Every Monday morning, orientation at truck companies all across the world, all across the country. And they're always hiring drivers. They're not hiring load planners. They're not hiring dispatchers. They're not hiring fleet managers. They're not hiring those guys. Call any truck company. Hey, you hiring for a dispatcher? Nope, we good. But they're always hiring drivers. And unfortunately, every day someone turns 21 years old out here. Every day. Every day there's classes at truck schools that people graduate to little CDL truck schools. I actually used to teach at a truck school, and I could never understand why you have so many idiots out here driving trucks nowadays. Well, what happened was, and this isn't the case for everything, but what happens is, holy shit, my thing's going fast. Anyway, what happens is, there's what's called the WIA grant, Workforce Investment Act. And if you're on food stamps, the unemployment office will literally tell you, hey, you got to do something. We can't just keep getting food stamps, which is fine with that. But they give them a list of careers they can choose from that has free government grants, aka paid for by the taxpayer. Extortionist. They extort our money and give it to other people that don't want to fucking work. But anyway. But anyway, so what they do is they'll go to trucking or nursing or whatever the case is. And most of the guys all the guys I've interacted with went into trucking. Because I'd ask them, how'd you get here? Just out of curiosity, to truck school, and that's what they would tell me. So that's how you get a lot of guys out here. Used to at one point in time, when you're in the trucking industry, it was because your dad drove or your brother drove or someone you knew drove, or you might be a third, fourth generational truck driver. So it was kind of in your blood, but you get complete retards out here that the government pushes out here. And where I worked at, the guy literally passed everybody to get a CDL. Even if they had, passed the test or not, because the way he got his money was he had to pass somebody to get a CDL, so he was going to get his money. So that goes to show that, every day out here, new drivers are out here. So why should anyone really give a shit about a driver? Why should you really give a fuck about a person out here when you can actually hire someone that'll get the job done cheaper? Trans Am called me the other day and said, hey, we'd like to hire you. I said, all right, I've got 15 years experience out here. I know the guy that's got 18 years or 20 years actually thinks they got more experience in a sense, and they're more super trucker than the other person, which doesn't make any sense to me. But Yeah, so Trans Am called. I said 15 years experience. I got 2 million safe, incident-free miles. And basically, they'll start me out at 32 cents a mile. I said, what kind of bullshit is that? So why hire experienced drivers and you know, you can say you might hire the other people. Drivers in general are just treated with such disrespect by the motoring public and by the employers. It's a sad reality. We don't deserve to go home. Yeah, you deserve to go home if you work a regular job. We don't deserve to. I told my boss the other day I want to go home. No, not going home. Just don't deserve to. I'm not human. You're no longer human. As a driver trainer, I tell students, once you can understand that you're no longer a human being out here, you're no longer human, the faster you accept that, the better off you are. And they get frustrated, and they, you know, eventually see what the hell I'm talking about. There's been many students I've trained over 7 years, 8 years, and I still talk to some of the guys, and they're like, you know, that's right, I've trained students and they've stopped trucking, and I hate this job and just as much as the next guy, but unfortunately I need the money that it requires. Speaking about money, there's tons of books on DOT how to regulate a truck driver. CSA, FMCSR, FMCSA, ATA. I mean, there's tons of regulations out here on how, where to do things. And it changes over the years. But for the past 20 plus years, the rule on how to pay a truck driver has been, as long as a truck driver meets the minimum wage mark and is not required to be paid overtime after 40 hours. That's what the rule is. That's it. That's the only rule on how to pay a truck driver. So yeah, we can go sit in docks all day long and not get paid for it. First off, because if drivers were to stand together, we could be easily replaced. And second, the government does not say we're actually required to get paid for that. Promise just sued for like $26 million because a driver started a class action lawsuit saying, if I'm sweeping out your damn shit, I can get paid for it. But this is the reason why drivers just don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, but I don't no more. I don't, you know, as long as my CDL, my license, my livelihood in a sense is not affected, I don't care. If I see your dumbass drive around with no mud flaps on or a blown tire, I just don't care. I'm not paid enough. Unfortunately, I'm not paid enough to care. But the truth of the matter is, trucking's bullshit. It's going bad. It's these flip-flop, pajama-wearing motherfuckers. I don't get it. You know, you're not at the beach. I had a guy get in my truck one time. I was training, and I noticed he had some sandals on. I said, man, put you some real shoes on before you get in my truck. He said, okay. He opens up the door. I said, well, where's your shoes? I'll put them on inside the truck. He said, no, the fuck you won't. You'll put them on outside. That's not how I operate. There's a level of professionalism. The other day, I went to a dock. I was there for 7 hours. 7 hours, not paid. You know, the government regulates us on our drive time, how we do things, but there's no regulation on the dock times. A dock can hold you up all day long just because they fucking want to. And union docks, I'm sorry, union docks are the worst. Union docks are some of the worst. The other worst would be Americold, Capstone Logistics, and that's something else. Why are truck drivers advancing their paycheck to pay for lumper services? That makes no sense. This isn't 1912. You can Cash App someone some money or do fake. You can Cash App, Facebook, PayPal. This isn't the fucking Stone Age anymore. And the only reason why truck drivers do this shit is because they don't give a shit. Most of them, at the end of the day, they either don't give a shit or they don't care, or it's simply because that's the way it's been done. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the way it's been done for all these years, we modernize things. We're not sitting at the damn payphones waiting for dispatchers to call. We don't have beepers on our damn belt loops waiting for a page. and all this free labor out here. Correct me if I'm wrong again, but 150 years ago, this country had a war that says if a man works, a man should get paid, regardless on the black or white issues. It still said if you do work, you get paid. But yeah, trucking. See, I got someone about to pass me, right? I'm not gonna pull out in front of him like the other stupid ass truck drivers. That shit irritates me. Let the cars pass, man. Let them pass. Don't sit out here and clog shit up, man. We're not in that big of a hurry. But anyway, so the labor that you do out here of fueling the truck, if you had a man at a terminal and all he did was fuel up trucks, he would get paid, correct? Yes. Because that's his job. His job is filling up trucks. Now, if I fill up this truck all week long, I don't get paid for it? Well, why don't I get paid for it? If you had a mechanic doing inspections on trucks on a regular basis at a terminal, he would get paid for that. Right? Yes, he would get paid for that. That's his job, of course. I do inspections on my truck, and I'm not paid for it. And we're simply told, well, it's factored into your cents per mile. So wait, if I'm only getting paid when the truck moves, but I'm also getting paid when the truck doesn't move, that literally is hypocritical. That isn't making sense. That makes no sense at all. I'm sure nobody's gonna watch this video, but I don't give a fuck. But something's got to change out here. I'm done out here. If I got 4 more months left, and I'm done. These idiots, flip-flop wearing, pajama bottoms wearing, SpongeBob motherfuckers, they can have the shit. I'm done with it. I'm done with the absolute disrespect. I'm done with being treated as a 3rd or 4th class citizen. You know, I'm done with being told that I don't deserve to go home. I don't deserve to piss in a bathroom at a terminal. The place where I work, yeah, they actually lock the terminal up at night and get a porta potty outside. That's the kind of garbage we have to put up with. So, this is the way it's been, and as long as drivers are accepting the bullshit, this way it will always be. There's nothing else that can change this besides the drivers. Drivers won't stick together. I have not ran a CD in my truck in 10 years. Why have I not run a CD in my truck, you might ask? Well, I was back in 08 or 09, I was at Walmart, Robert, Louisiana, which they're major dickheads. You know, any Walmart, they take their dear sweet time to unload you. But yet they forget we're customers, you know. We are customers. But yet they jerk us around. But anyway, so I was in a Walmart parking lot, and they use a CB to tell you if your door was ready. Well, truck drivers, man, they're a bunch of pussy-ass bitches. But they started arguing on the CB about who was there first and why they're not unloaded. And Walmart come across the CB and said, if y'all don't shut the hell up, I'm going to kick you out of here. Walmart had to tell the drivers to shut up. Quit arguing. I haven't had a CB in my truck in 10 years. CBs don't prevent wrecks. They don't prevent traffic. You know, drivers, at the time when I was last used a CB, hey driver, where's the traffic back up at? Well, if you just pay attention where you're going, driver, you'll find it. Well, that's not nice. You know, hey driver, look for local directions. Local directions. Need some local directions. Anybody got local directions to AB Warehouse? And then here comes that smart ass. Driver, don't you know how to use a map? Like, shut up, man. You know, it's always, I ain't got no pants on. Why has a bunch of grown-ass men, they are known for saying stupid shit like they don't have any panties on, or they got their fingers in their butthole, or shut up, stupid. Shut up, stupid. Can't hear you with that dick in your mouth, driver. Speak clearly, driver. That's the kind of men out here. And as long as you have garbage driving these trucks, You'll never get any better. And as long as you have this new breed of fucking retards out here driving these trucks, it'll never get better either. Truck drivers are some of the most dangerous people out here nowadays. Used to, no, I would not say that. But they pull each other, they cut each other off. Like back there, I'd let the cars come around me. Instead of just cut them off, I just let them come around because I'm not in that big of a fucking hurry. But most of these drivers would just rather run you off the fucking road, and run you off the road, and oh well. They tell you, well, I'm not asking permission. I'm gonna make a lane change. Nobody. The traffic rules is you can make a lane change when it's clear and safe to do so. Not because you're a fucking dickhead. But it's Halloween. I would much rather be at the house, my wife, child. But I don't deserve to go home. I asked to go home 2 days ago. I don't deserve it. So, this is bullshit. But it is what it is. So, be safe out there, guys.